Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Kamath Astrology. And today I will cover a different topic, that is understanding what exactly is the meaning of retrograde planets or Vakri Grahas in Vedic astrology and how to interpret the results of retrograde planets or Vakri Grahas in your horoscope. मूकं करोतु वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. Now, before we proceed further, first let us understand what exactly is the meaning of the word retrograde or Vakri. So, I know that everyone has traveled by a train. Okay, so when you travel by a train, what happens? If you look out of the window, you will see certain trees, right? As the train is moving, you will see certain trees, and it appears that the trees are moving backwards. But is this reality? Are the trees really moving backwards as the train is moving forward? The trees are stationary. So the retrograde motion of the tree or the backward motion of the tree is actually an illusion. Now let us replace this tree by a slow train, okay, and let us assume you are sitting in a fast train. So now when the fast train passes by this slow train, that is the fast train is going very fast, it will appear that the slow train is going backwards. But in reality, the slow train is not going backwards, it is also moving forward. Okay, it is the relative motion between the fast train and the slow train that makes it appear to our eyes as if the slow train is moving backwards. So in reality, both the trains are moving in the forward direction, but the person sitting in the fast train feels that the slow train is moving backward. In reality, the slow train is also moving forward, but at a slower speed than the fast train. Okay, and therefore it appears that the slow train is moving in a retrograde fashion, that is, it is moving backwards. Now let us apply this same concept to the planets. So in this figure, you can see that all the planets are revolving around the sun in their own orbit. Okay, so the Earth has its own orbit, Mercury has its own orbit, Mars has its own orbit, and these planets are moving at different speeds around the sun. For example, the Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Mercury takes 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Jupiter takes 12 years to complete one revolution around the sun. So what this means is each of these planets is revolving around the sun at a different speed. Now let us take the planet Saturn. Okay, Saturn takes 30 years to complete one revolution around the sun, while the Earth takes 365 days or just 1 year to complete one revolution around the sun. This means that by the time Saturn completes one revolution around the sun, the Earth has completed almost 30 revolutions. So for an observer on the Earth, okay, imagine that Earth is the fast train and Saturn is the slow train. Okay, so as the Earth zooms past Saturn, okay, it appears that Saturn is moving backwards or Saturn is retrograding. So for an observer on the Earth, it appears as if Saturn is moving in a retrograde motion, whereas in reality it is only moving forward in its own orbit but at a lesser speed than the Earth. So this is the exact concept of retrograde or Vakri Grahas in Vedic astrology. So it is an illusion which is created because of the relative motion between the two planets, wherein it appears that one planet is moving backwards. Now let us take the example of Mercury. Mercury takes 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun, and the Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the sun. So can I say 88 multiplied by 4 is approximately 365, which means that by the time the earth completes one revolution around the sun, Mercury would have almost completed 4 revolutions around the sun. So when Mercury comes very close to the earth, okay, it appears as if Mercury is retrograde or moving in a backward direction. So the retrograde planets are also known as Vakri Grahas in Sanskrit. So in Vedic astrology, the Vakri planets are considered to produce sudden and powerful effects. Now let us come to the type of effects produced by the retrograde planets or the Vakri Grahas. Suppose a planet is debilitated. Okay, let us take the example of Shani or Saturn. Shani or Saturn gets debilitated in the sign of Aries or Mesh. Okay, that is Shani becomes very weak in this sign. But if Shani is retrograde, okay, then Shani is no longer a weak planet. A retrograde planet is considered to be extremely powerful. Now when I say powerful, it is not necessary that a powerful planet will give you good results. Okay, a powerful planet means it also has the capacity to produce bad results. But a retrograde planet is very powerful. So now let us assume Shani is retrograde. Okay, he is in the sign of Mesh or Aries, and Shani has 3 drishtis, that is the 3rd, 7th and 10th house. So Shani observes the 3rd house from where it is placed, the 7th house from where it is placed, and of course the 10th house from where it is placed. So now when Shani is placed in the Mesh Rashi, the 3rd house from the Mesh Rashi, including the Mesh Rashi itself, is the sign of Mithun or Gemini. So Shani puts his aspect on the sign of Gemini. Next, from the sign of Aries, he puts his aspect on the sign of Libra or Tula. That is his 7th aspect. Okay, and from the sign of Aries, he puts his 10th aspect on the sign of Makar or Capricorn. So now when Shani is retrograde, what happens is whichever houses it aspects, okay, those houses are going to get sudden and powerful effects from Shani. Okay, those may be good, those may be bad, depending on which houses Shani rules in your horoscope. So even though Shani is debilitated in the sign of Aries or Mesh, that is he is weak in the sign of Aries or Mesh, because he is retrograde, he is powerful, okay, and he can give benefic results with respect to the signs which he aspects. Okay, that is he can give you benefic results with respect to your married life by aspecting the sign of Tula, and with respect to your career by aspecting the sign of Makar. Now let us take another example. Okay, let us take the example of Jupiter. Jupiter gets exalted in the sign of Cancer or Kark. Okay, and Jupiter is considered a great benefic. Okay, now assume that in the sign of Cancer or Kark, Jupiter is retrograde. So now Jupiter is retrograde. As I said earlier, a retrograde planet is very powerful. Okay, so Jupiter is already exalted. Exaltation means what? A planet is extremely happy. Okay, and in addition to this happiness, now it is extremely powerful. So will Jupiter give good results? To answer this question, let me go back to the epic of Ramayana and ask you one question. Why was Ravan killed? What exactly was the reason for Ravan's death? Now, you should know one thing, that Ravan was an extremely intelligent person. Okay, he was a very great singer. He was a very great astrologer. He was a very great devotee of Shiva. And he was also extremely powerful. So what exactly killed Ravan? Was it that he was so filled with ego that he refused to surrender to Ram and he got killed? Or was it that he was so enchanted by the beauty of Sita as described to him by Shurpanakha that he lost all his senses and went to kidnap her? So both the answers are correct. Okay, Ravan was already powerful, he was knowledgeable, he was a great astrologer, he was a devotee of Shiva, which indicates that characteristic of exaltation. Okay, now Shurpanakha comes running to Ravan's court and she tells Ravan that Lakshman has cut her nose. Okay, she was attracted towards Ram, and because Ram was married to Sita, he refused to marry her. And she describes the beauty of Sita to Ravan. So Ravan now gets enchanted by this beauty. Okay, he loses his senses. He is filled with a sense of revenge. At the same time, in his mind, he has a sense of attraction. Okay, and he chooses the wrong path. So now Ravan is on a retrograde direction. Okay, he is on a wrong path. He is on a reverse direction. And it is this wrong path that he took in his life, which ultimately resulted in his death. So what does this mean? Too much of anything is bad. Okay, so when Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, it is already exalted, and when it is retrograde, okay, it tries to do too much good. And when a person tries to become too good, the world takes advantage of him. Okay, so an exalted Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, if retrograde, because of its excess goodness, okay, it is not going to give good results. So the fundamental principle is that even if a planet is debilitated but it is retrograde, it has the capacity to give good results with respect to the houses it aspects. And if a planet is exalted but retrograde, then too much of that exaltation and the goodness given by that retrogression will reduce the benefic effects of that planet. Okay, that is, it may not be able to produce really good results. Now, when a planet is in its exaltation sign, okay, say Mars is in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn or Makar is the sign where Mars gets exalted. It is important to consider when exactly has Mars gone retrograde. That is, has it gone retrograde just before its exaltation degree of 28 degrees or after its exaltation degree? So if it has gone retrograde just before its exaltation degree of 28 degrees in the sign of Capricorn, what it means is during the Dasha of Mars, okay, this person is about to achieve his goals, but some setback comes and he decides to move backwards or retreat. Okay. Now, if there is a good aspect on Mars, say Mars has the aspect of Jupiter, okay, then this person will again come back and achieve his goals the next time. So there is some kind of delay in achieving his goals, but the goals are not denied to him. So this is the third important point which you should remember, that if a planet becomes retrograde just before it reaches its exaltation point, that is the point of its peak performance, okay, then the person will receive some kind of setback or obstacle first. But if the same planet is aspected by, say, Jupiter or Venus, okay, then this person will be able to achieve the same goals at a later date. If a planet goes retrograde after crossing its exaltation degree, okay, then initially the person will achieve his goals, but later on he may change his direction or he may get misdirected. Now let me explain this to you with a layman's example. Okay, let me take my own example. Suppose I have to attend the reception of one of my close friends tomorrow. Okay, and today itself I have got one very good golden ring for him, which I plan to give him as a gift in the reception. The next day, what happens is I set out to go for the reception. I sit in my car, okay, and I drive some distance. I am alone in the car. I am driving the car, okay, at my own speed. And after moving some distance ahead, I am almost near the venue, okay, but I realize now that the gift is not with me, okay. So I try searching my pockets for the gift. I don't find it. Now a thought comes to my mind that I might have left the gift back at home, okay, but still, because of my human tendency, what I do, I try searching the entire car, okay, to see if I have placed it somewhere on the back seat, or maybe under the seat, or maybe in the drawer in the car, okay. So I try checking all this. Even though my gut feeling is that the gift or the ring which I purchased is at my house. So when I'm checking my pockets, when I'm checking my car for that gift, what exactly am I doing? Okay, I am introspecting. I am trying to find out whether I placed the gift somewhere in the car. Okay, so a retrograde planet always makes you introspect. It makes you look within yourself. Therefore, in most of my videos, you might have seen that whenever I say a planet is retrograde, the first thing I say is it makes you introspect. Okay, it makes you look within yourself. Now that I have forgotten the ring back at home, I realize that the gift or the ring which I got for my friend, I have left it back at my home. So now what do? I have two options before me. Okay, either I can take a U-turn and go back to my house to get that ring, or I may choose to buy another ring from a nearby jeweler. So now suppose I decide on the first option, that is I decide to drive back home. What am I going to do? I am going to drive back with a very high speed because I am already late for the reception. Okay, so I drive back with a very high speed. I go back home. I ask my wife or my mother to give me that ring. They find that ring, they give it to me, and again I drive back with triple speed to reach the reception. So retrograde planets behave in the same way. Okay, they make you go back to search something which you may have forgotten. Okay, that is, they make you introspect. Okay, and once you find that thing, you move towards your goal with triple speed. Okay, that is, you move very rapidly towards your goal. Now let us say I selected the second option. I don't take a U-turn and go back. Okay, instead I decide to go to a nearby jeweler. I remember the specifications of the ring. So I tell him whether he has a ready-made ring of the same dimensions. And if I am lucky enough, I will find that ready-made ring. Okay, and if my luck is bad, the jeweler will say he does not have the ring, in which case definitely I have to drive back, or I have to ask someone to bring that ring to me. Okay, so I may call my mother or my wife on their mobile and tell them to drive and get me the ring. So a retrograde planet or a Vakri Graha can do two things. Okay, it can make you go back to find that gift which you had left behind. Once you find that gift, it gives you double the strength to achieve your goals. Or it can completely change your direction. Okay, it can make you look for another option to help you achieve your goals. So this is the core concept of retrograde planets, and this is how retrograde planets give effects. So retrograde planets can give sudden and powerful effects. And this is also the reason why in Rahu's dasha or in Ketu's dasha we get sudden effects. Okay, because Rahu and Ketu are always considered retrograde. Okay, and this is the core concept of retrograde planets which I wanted to explain to you. So friends, if you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button in YouTube. So when we add a new video, you are notified. Now, to reach out to us for any consultation, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com, or you can also visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye. Stay safe. Take care.